Hey guys, it's Double B MTG back with another League of Reanimator. We have gotten a really powerful card for this deck, the Modern Age. It's a saga that when you play it, you loot. Next turn, you loot. The next turn, it turns into a 2/3 flyer. I would almost play this if it just had like a 1/1 flyer, because a double looting effect is really nice. I love this card. I think it's going to be much better than Careful Researcher. I'm also playing 2 Spell Pierce main. I changed the sideboard a little bit. I had 2 Fragmentize in the board for Affinity back when it was really broken. It's not as good now. So I have 3rd Benevolent Bodyguard, 4th Dispel. I assume that we're going to be facing a lot of fairies, so I want something to hit Counterspell, and obviously Spell Pierce to hit Counterspell main deck. I love this card. I'm going to get into the first match of the league. Here we are in the first match of the league. This is a pretty good hand. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. I've got a looting effect, counter spell, and if I can get a reanimation spell, I think it's going to be good. Island, that's not too bad. I'll go ahead and... I think I'll just go ahead and put this on black. I have the Ash Barrens. I can cycle it for plains if necessary. Okay, opponent looks like they're holding up Counterspell. Or perhaps a Spell Stutter Sprite. I'm just going to go ahead and run out the Modern Age. If they have a Counterspell, they have a Counterspell. I'm going to play around Spell Stutter. I don't want to give them a Preordain. Okay, it resolves. That's pretty good. I'm going to discard Ulamog's Crusher, pass the turn. There we go, Spell Stutter Sprite. Yeah, that's an annoying card to play around, but I do have Spell Pierce for the counterspell, and they can't easily Spell Stutter Sprite my reanimation spells unless they have a fairy already on the battlefield. Okay, opponent's going to Ninja, draw themselves a card. Yeah, I kind of wanted to be playing Tortured Existence for this league, but man, the Modern Age is just so good. I feel like this matchup is not great, whereas obviously Tortured Existence is fantastic. What am I going to do here? I think that the answer is going to be just Thriving Isle pass. I just don't want to give them any Spell Stutter Sprite value. Obviously, this card, once it makes the flyer, very strong against their deck. But I just really don't want them to Spell Stutter Sprite anything here. I want both the Careful Study and the Preordain. I think that this matchup is the type that will go really long, and you're going to want to restrict their mana as much as possible. Swings in with the Ninja. Are we going to ninjutsu another thing in? Yep, another Hacker. That's an annoying combo. They can just keep playing 1 mana, deal 2 damage, draw a card over and over. Fairy Seer, sure. Come on, opponent. Come on. Okay, 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom. Another Crusher, sure. Okay. I have a 2/3 now. Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep playing this nice and slow. Pass the turn. If opponent tries to snap this 2/3, I think that I might counter the snap. Okay. It's not too bad though, because if they snap it, I just get the Saga back. Very strong card. 1 of Mind. Okay, sure. Yeah, that's so sweet. Man, I love this card. Do I run out another one? I don't think so. I don't think that I do that right now. What do I do, though? I think that I'm just going to Ash Baron's pass. I really don't want to get anything spell stutter sprited. Actually, I might as well cycle it. Get myself probably a swamp in case I can double exhume at any point. Play out the swamp, pass the turn. Okay, opponent snaps my glider. Got 2 Modern Ages in hand now. Opponent swings with both of these, sure. Ninjutsu's in the other one, draws 2 cards. And discards 1. This card's just insane. Man, oh, Gut Shot. They're playing into the mirror, I see. Yeah, I think that I'm going to be playing at least one more Fume Spitter in my Tortured Existence deck. Probably take out a Chainer's Edict, play another Fume Spitter, because this card, you just have to have answers for it or you'll lose. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and Careful Steady. Discarding Crusher Dragon's Breath. Then I'm going to play the Modern Age. Opponent's going to Spell Stutter, sure. Play Ash Barons. Play the Modern Age. Spell Stutter. Yeah, that's pretty much game. I can't do much against that. This is why I didn't really want to play this deck into these matchups. This is really bad. As good as the Modern Age is against them, it's just they do this. They have infinite counter spells, and Snap is really good against Ulamog's Crusher, and they get to do this. It really sucks. Yep. They get another ninja. Yeah. Yeah, and they'll just kill me even if I late to dinner. That's game. Well, let's go to sideboards. Bring in 4 Dispel, take out 2 Spell Pierce and a Preordain. Let's go to game number 2. We're going to be on the play. This is a pretty good hand. I'll go ahead and keep it. Yeah, I really like this deck, and the Modern Age is huge for it, but the fairies matchup, especially the mono blue fairies. Mono blue fairies and blue black fairies, so bad for it. So terrible for this deck. Whereas Tortured Existence, on the other hand, will play either of those matchups all day long. All day long, 5-0 every single league if you play into a bunch of fairies. But yeah, this deck doesn't have a whole lot of tools to combat it. They just have so much card advantage and counter spells, and then Snap if you finally get a Crusher down. I'm gonna go ahead and Ponder here. Yeah, I'll shuffle this. Do I Careful Steady here? I don't know. It's close. Like, I can get this Dragon's Breath in the graveyard, but it doesn't really do a whole lot for me. I think I'll just go ahead and pass. Plan on brainstorming on their end step. Probably gonna ninja here. No? Okay. Sure. If they have a spell stutter sprite, they have it. You know, nothing I can really do about it. Okay. Dragon's Breath. Otherworldly Gaze. Cast Otherworldly Gaze. Okay. Spell stutter sprite, sure. It's not exactly a great spell stutter target, but I'm fine with that. I'll go ahead and pass the turn, plan on flashing back this Otherworldly Gaze. Okay. Gets a hacker out. And the opponent draws a card. Should I... No, I'm just going to flash it back. Is opponent going to let this resolve? Yes. All of these can go to the graveyard. I do not need all of them. Otherworldly Gaze, okay. I'll go ahead and cast that. See if they want to counter it. No, okay. Graveyard, graveyard, graveyard. Cycle Ash Barrens. Get a Plains. Play Plains, pass the turn. Yeah, now opponent just gets really far ahead. They get to keep attacking us while holding up counter magic. 1 mana, draw 2 cards, super powerful. Not much that we can do in this matchup. Whereas if we were playing Tortured Existence, we'd have a Torex down, we'd have had a Fume Spitter, we could, you know, have a Spore Frog out to block this. You know, Kitchen Imp, we'd just be winning the game. Most likely. Okay, and discards a Fairy Miscreant. Cast another Fairy Seer. Gaze. Graveyard, graveyard, graveyard. Yeah, I'll go ahead and draw a card for turn. Okay. I'll careful study here. See if they counter it. They do not. I'm going to discard probably Exhume Otherworldly Gaze and then see if I can get a Modern Age out. Yeah. Play the Modern Age. Spell Stutter, sure. Play an Ash Barrens. Modern Age. Discard an island. Pass the turn. Yeah. This is how you end up against fairies. They just have too much card advantage, too many counter spells. Probably not a lot that I can do here. Oh, we also bricked really hard. This is why I played the 5th Eldrazi for that one league. I took it out because you shouldn't have that many consistency problems, and it's really important to hit your good stuff. I'm gonna brainstorm in response to this. Wow, that's just not great at all. Yeah, I think that I'll put those 2 back. Cycle, Ash Barrens, get an island. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll discard Exhume. Play island, pass the turn. I do own mono blue fairies as well. All I need would be to buy this. It's just, I don't know. I feel like everyone's going to be trying to hate this deck out. I mean, they're playing Gut Shot main deck. Yeah, I just... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, even if I bring it back, I just lose. And they have probably double counterspell in hand. I'll see you in match number 2. Here we are in match number 2. This is a reasonable hand. Got some cantrips, lands, a little bit slow mana here. But I've got the Modern Age, Careful Steady, Ulamog's Crusher, and obviously this is just very important to have because you can end up 30 cards deep without seeing one. Opponent's going to be playing some kind of artifact deck, it looks like. I'd be fine playing against New Affinity. New Affinity is much, much slower. Play Thriving Isle on white. I wonder what this is. Okay. Looks like Rakdos midrange. This is not the greatest matchup. Oh, Jund. Okay. They have green cards main deck, probably. Possibly not, but probably. I'm going to go ahead and just play the Modern Age. Draw a card. Discard an Ulamog's Crusher. Pass the turn. This matchup's not great because they play 4 Cast Down and often I think 4 Chainer's Edict. So if they hold up their mana and I can't, multiple reanimation spells with Dragon's Breath, it can be kind of rough. But we've got a pretty good start. We got a pretty good start here. We've got Dragon's Breath, Ulamog. As long as we can turn 4 reanimation spell, it shouldn't be too bad. It'd be really nice if we could hit an Exhume right here and take the Monarch from them. That would be sweet. Opponent's going to draw a card. Okay. Not quite an Exhume, but at least it will be something next turn. What am I going to do here? I think that I want to Brainstorm. Okay. I will put back Careful Steady, maybe? No, I think that I'll put back Ash Barrens. I don't need slow mana here. Land Cycle for an island. Play out the island. Pass the turn. Obviously, the Monarch is pretty good against the Reanimation deck. You have trouble taking it, and they can just sit back on lots of removal spells, and it's kind of rough to deal with. Oh, wow. That's bad. Main deck Bojuka Bog. That's really bad. Okay. I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to go ahead and Otherworldly Gaze here. Sure. Ulamog's Crusher Graveyard, Modern Age Graveyard. Keep Late to Dinner on top. Okay. I'll make it 2/3. Late to Dinner the Crusher. Pass the turn. Yeah, that's so bad. Yeah, it's super important to have Dragon's Breath in these matchups. Like if I had Dragon's Breath there, they have to sack, 2 lands, I take the Monarch. That would be absolutely huge. But in this situation, if they have Cast Down, we're just in a bad spot. Luckily the Modern Age is very strong against Chainer's Edict. Just putting another body out on the battlefield for you to sacrifice. One of the reasons I like it so much. And even if they block our Crusher, we can just take the Monarch with the 2/3 flyer for 2 mana that gets you a Careful Steady on top of it. It's just such a powerful card. Kamigawa has so many good cards for Pauper. Obviously, the Ninja is easily the best one. It's not even close. But this is a really good one that's gone overlooked by a lot of people. Of course, not many people are thinking of Esper Reanimator. Okay, that's very nice. Them not having a cast down gives us an actual chance in this game. Okay, Thriving Isle. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and brainstorm here. Double Exhume, wow. Well, I think that probably... That's not great. Do I want to keep it, though? Do I want to keep at least one Exhume? Because these Careful Steadies are also quite bad. I think that I'll get rid of one. I think I'll get rid of one of them. Otherworldly Gaze. Okay. Graveyard, graveyard, keep Late to Dinner on top. I kind of want to keep this back. I don't want to let them burst us down with something like a raiding boarding party or whatever. Okay, we take the Monarch. I also want to be able to make this block. Careful Study. Discard Exhume. Discard Careful Study. Play Thriving Isle on... I don't know. Is there ever a chance that I'll get to double Late to Dinner? I think that there's more of a chance than being able to double Exhume. I'll just put it on white and pass the turn. Opponent Lightning Bolts that, okay. Draw a card off the Monarch. Just hopefully we do not die here. Chainers, okay. That's fine. As long as we can draw an untapped land, we can Modern Age, discard this Dragon's Breath, Late to Dinner, and swing for some damage. Oh, a spider, okay, sure. Opponent gonna draw a card. Plains, that's good. That's good. Cast the Modern Age. Draw a card, discard. Late to Dinner Crusher. Put Dragon's Breath on it. Swing for 2. 2 Annihilator. Swing for 8, but... yeah, there's a good chance that we die on the crackback here, but we'll see. We'll see. This is the way that you got to play in these situations. If we don't die here, we just get to Late to Dinner again, crack a food token, and we'll be pretty much fine. But yeah, if they have a boarding party, we just die. Yeah, yep, that happens. It happens. I'll see you in sideboards. I'm going to bring in these, take out these. Let's go to game number 2. This hand's reasonable. I'll go ahead and keep it. Having the Modern Age gives a fair bit of power. You got lands, a pseudo cantrip. I think I'll probably turn 1 Island Otherworldly Gaze. It's a lot weaker than something like a Ponder or something, but it's still functional. I can get some. I can get Ulamog's Crusher in the graveyard. Really, all that I'm hoping here is that opponent does not have graveyard hate in their hand. That Bojuka Bog was really rough. We know that they have at least one of that, but it's going to depend on how many Nile Spell Bombs or whatever they have. Usually they play like 1, maybe 2. I've definitely gotten hated out by it before playing against this deck, which is part of the reason why I love Esper Reanimator. It's a very fun deck to play, but it's a very easy deck to hate out. You just don't really have any way to combat things like that. Opponent just sitting here deciding whether or not they're going to keep 7. Well, here we are. Opponent did nothing for almost 10 minutes and DC'd. See you in match number 3. Here we are in match number 3. Opponent's going to be on the play. This hand is... It's not super great, but it's got lands. Having 4 lands is pretty important with this deck. It's got cantrips. I think that it's fine. As long as I can find Crusher and a Reanimation spell by turn 4, you know, it's what this deck does. Can't ask for a whole lot more. Even though you kind of need a whole lot more. You really want a whole lot more. Okay, another bridge deck. We'll see which one this is. Not great. Really don't need many more lands right now. Really don't need more lands right now. Okay, Otherworldly Gaze, that's pretty good. That should be able to find us what we need. Yeah, it would be nice right now to hit maybe a Brainstorm. Be able to Brainstorm Gaze. Wow. People just be playing Bojuka Bog main deck. And thank goodness they don't know what we're playing. Okay, hit a Reanimation spell. And I save Thriving Isle. I played the Ponder turn 1 because I don't know which Reanimation spell I'm going to get. And I don't have both mana. Do I go ahead and Careful Study here? I think that it's fine. Okay, the Modern Age. Discard Dragon's Breath Island. Play out Thriving Isle on white. Pass the turn. Next turn, plan to Otherworldly Gaze Modern Age. And then turn 4, we will hopefully have an Ulamog's Crusher in the graveyard. Probably Jund midrange again. Nice. Very nice. Go ahead and Modern Age. It's all coming together. And this time, if they have the Monarch turn 4, we have a solid punish. Pass turn. Get to hold up Spell Pierce as well. That's very strong, especially in this matchup where they can have removal spells like Cast Down. Big part of the reason why I play Spell Pierce is so that you can force through plays. Interesting. Forest. Okay. Sure, Packmate. That's very good. I like to see my opponents tapping out. Otherworldly Gaze. Definitely don't need a Careful Study. I kind of want to Ponder, but just one. Yeah, just one Ponder. So that when they inevitably kill this Crusher, I can hopefully find another reanimation spell. Do I want that? That's the question. I don't hate it. I definitely don't hate it. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and keep the Modern Age and actually discard the Ponder here. Or I could discard an island. I think I might want to discard an island. The Ponder's pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm going to find more lands. Most likely I'm going to find more lands. And I do need a black mana. The blue mana is not super great. Play Crusher. Swing in. Okay. The pain train has started. It has started. Opponent did not have Cleansing Wildfire turn 2, so they fell behind. It's what happens with that deck. If you don't have your wildfires, you just end up playing mediocre cards really slowly. Instead of playing mediocre cards a turn or two early. And in that case, they become pretty strong cards. Okay, sacrifice Crusher. Yep, got another land. That's what I figured. Ponder. There, that's everything. That's basically everything that I need. The problem, of course, is... is I don't have black mana here, and they have a creature in the graveyard. A little bit difficult, but not insurmountable. Not too bad. Go ahead and play the Modern Age. Discard this island. Play Thriving Isle, naming black pass the turn. Opponent plays an Owlbear, okay. Sure thing. Draw a card and discard a card. Yeah, I'll just discard that Ash Barrens. Go ahead and Exhume. It's not great, obviously, that they have a Packmate to bring back, but it's also not too bad. Ulamog's Crusher, slightly stronger than Packmate, as it so happens. Come on, opponent, let me do the thing. There we go. I'm going to swing with both of these. What you gonna sacrifice, opponent? What you gonna sacrifice? It's also really, really nice that you don't have to 3-turn clock every single time now with this deck. You have this 2/3 with an evasive ability that can 2-turn clock people. It's very, very nice. Can finish them off really, really, really easily. Man, I love this card. It's so good. It's so, so good. We've got an Otherworldly Gaze in the graveyard, got a food token we can pop, Spell Pierce, everything's looking up. Galvanic Blast, sure. Cast Down, Obviously can't Spell Pierce that. Yeah, okay, that resolves. Questionable. But I suppose that they have to kill me at some point. They're just hoping I brick. Okay, opponent foretells. Late inner, please. Graveyard. 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 Okay, get a 2/3. Exhume. Annihilate 2 more permanents. Also, part of the reason why Spell Pierce is good in this deck is, of course, because you hit your opponent's lands. And so it becomes easier to counter their non-creature spells. Opponent probably will be dead next turn, unless they have, like, Cast Down Lightning Bolt / Galvanic Blast. That would save them. But even then, we're going to dig 6 cards deep with Otherworldly Gaze, hopefully find a Late Dinner, and that means that we probably just win here. Yep. This should be game over. I'm going to swing for 2 in the air, and that'll do it. Spell Pierce. There we go. Not going to give the opponent any more information. Just going to take the game and go to sideboards. We're going to bring this in for this, same as last game, and go on to number 2. Okay, I don't hate this hand, as long as I hit my land drops. I've got a ton of really good cantrips. A reanimation spell that I like to see. I think I'm just going to go ahead and keep this. I'm on the draw. It's pretty good. I definitely don't hate it. I'm gonna go ahead and preordain here. Okay. Get myself another land. And I've got Brainstorm, Otherworldly Gaze to just really shape up my hand however I want it. Opponent is starting with turn 2 Cleansing Wildfire this game, and they know to hold Bojuka Bog. So this is probably going to be a lot harder. Plains. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and ponder here. Can my cantrip resolve, please? Okay, all of these to the bottom. Or shuffled, that is. Play out an island, pass the turn. Probably just going to Brainstorm on their end step, Otherworldly Gaze on my upkeep. That's really bad. Wow. Wow. Okay. We're looking to hardcast Ulamog's Crusher this game. Let me see. Yeah, the only way that I could, no, I can't even. No, they've got the mana to pop Relic. Yeah, I'm looking to hardcast Ulamog's Crusher this game. That's what we're gonna be trying to do. They have a lot of graveyard hate. A whole lot of graveyard hate. Yep, I don't need Exhume. I don't need Late to Dinner. We're trying to hardcast Crusher. This kind of sucks, but it's what it is. We're gonna play this game on hard mode now. That card's insane against us. I've never seen that. I wonder if it's a sideboard card. It probably is. Turn 2 Wildfire into turn 3 Relic Heirloom. Sheesh. They came prepared. Bajukabog main deck and these two. Wow. Okay. Well. Otherworldly Gaze. Play out an island. Pass the turn. Probably just going to flashback Otherworldly Gaze. Okay, I will exile anything. It doesn't matter. My graveyard is turned off for this game. I do not get to have any fun this game. I probably lose, but, you know, hey, maybe they brick absolutely horribly, and I manage to Ulamog's Crusher. No, it's not happening. I'm pretty sure I lose just to that. Packmate, sure. Yep. Well, they are tapped out. I can maybe get a Crusher down. Who knows? Maybe it'll do something. This game's ridiculous. Late to Dinner the Crusher. We'll see. I mean, if they have 4 lands in hand and don't draw into anything, I have a very small chance. An extremely small, mostly insignificant chance. Okay, opponent sacrifices the wolf and a land. I mean, it's so weird that Fragmentize would be good in this matchup. They almost never play this many just normal artifact lands. It's usually at most like 1 or 2, just because of the fact that people do play like Gorilla Shaman. People do play Fragmentize. These cards are in the meta. Okay, does opponent have any black removal spell? Yeah. Yep. Foretells a card, sure. Swings for 6. Draw. Careful study. Discard Double Dragon's Breath. Cast Benevolent Bodyguard. Play Thriving Isle on black. Pass the turn. Yeah, this is probably just game over. Not much I can do here. Maybe I should have just saved the information that I have Bodyguard, but I don't know. I always like playing to my outs if I can. And my outs this game is my opponent not having any brain cells, probably. Yep. There we go. See you in game number 3. I'm going to take some cantrips out, bring in 3 annuls, and I'll see you in game number 3. We're going to be on the play. This is a good hand if I hit just about anything. If I hit a Careful Steady or the Modern Age, it's very, very strong. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it. I also have the counter spell for their Graveyard Hate, as long as they do not get a relic out this turn. Yep. Dragon's Breath, even better if I manage to draw my looting effects. I can also draw into Brainstorm, Otherworldly Gaze, Cleansing Wildfire, rough, definitely rough. Don't like to see that on turn 2. Brainstorm. Careful Study, okay. It's good. Definitely good. Put both of them on top. Play Thriving Isle on white. Pass the turn. Definitely not going to Careful Study here. Don't want to open myself up to Graveyard Hate. I need to hold up the counterspell for Relic or their other ridiculous card. Duress. Okay. Didn't expect that. Probably going to take my Careful Study. Takes Exhume. Really? Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I'm going to cast Bodyguard. Am I? They probably just have, like, Lightning Bolt or something. Yeah, I think I'll just play it. Cast Bodyguard. Pass the turn. Okay. No Lightning Bolt or Galvanic Blast. That's pretty good. Spider. Okay. Come on, untapped land, please. Or Exhume. Nice. Okay, this is a good situation. I was very scared by all that Graveyard Hate game number 2, but this is definitely where I want to be at. They should have taken my Careful Study, but obviously they did not know what was on top of my library, so they see a hand of air, and they don't expect the combo to be directly on top of my library. Opponent takes 8. And obviously, protection from Chainer's Edict, protection from Cast Down, protection from Terminate. They're going to have untapped land into double removal spell here. Or Bolt Galvanic Blast into removal spell, which they showed that they probably don't have by not doing it on the end step that turn. But they might still have it. Might have drawn into it. Give it pro black. Exhume, okay. Probably waiting, which is smart. Yep, smart. Yeah, I'm not going to give them the spider. If they have Bojuka Bog, they have Bojuka Bog. I don't want to give them the spider without having haste. Yeah, just going to go ahead and pass. I wish that this was a late to dinner. It'd be much, much better. Yeah, sucks that they had Bolt removal spell. If they didn't, we had that game locked up really easily. Okay, no Bojuka Bog. That's nice. Opponent foretells a card. Another annul. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and pass the turn here. I don't want to give them the spider. They probably have a cast down or a terminate up right now. Packmate, sure. Crack the food token. Sucks that we've drawn all 3 annuls. Dragon's Breath. Wow, that's not good at all. Yeah, we've just got to pull the trigger on it. We're not getting into any better of a situation. Maybe should have done it last turn, but I didn't think that I would draw this poorly. We've got like a million cantrips. We got 2 more Benevolent Bodyguards. We got late to dinners. You know, obviously their deck's more consistent, but yeah, I think that's probably just game. Sucks. Yeah. Man, if they didn't have Lightning Bolt and Cast Down that turn, with us drawing like garbage. Opponent swings out. Plays Visionary. Modern Age. Discard a Dragon's Breath, play an island, pass the turn. Yeah, I think that this is pretty much just game. Yeah, that sucks a lot. We had them right where we wanted them, but that Cleansing Wildfire turn 2 into the perfect combination of removal spells. Yep, that's game. See you in number 4. Here we are in match number 4. Opponent's going to be on the play. This is a pretty good hand. Going to have turn 4 Ulamog's Crusher. Hopefully we can draw into... Wow, just seeing bridge after bridge after bridge. I wonder if this is Affinity, though. Okay, I'm going to Thriving Isle. I'll name black in case I draw into an Exhume. Have the other one for the white mana. Yeah, I really like this deck. I really do. I just wish it had more like self-protection for its reanimation targets. Like if this just had Ward 1 Just Ulamog's Crusher with Ward 1 would be such a huge deal. Affinity opponent, kind of going nuts. Kind of going ham. What am I going to do here? I think I'll just careful study. Discard Thriving Isle, discard Ulamog's Crusher, play an island, plan on brainstorming on their end step. Affinity. Of course it's still a deck. Of course it's still a deck. What are you talking about? They have 0 mana 2/2s, 1 mana draw 2s, 2 mana 4/4s that can become 0 mana 4/4s. Nothing's gonna kill Affinity. I'm fine playing against it though. I like Affinity actually when it's fairly reasonable. Okay. Go ahead and careful study here. Maybe we hit an Exhume. And that's why I careful studied instead of pondering. Yes, there we go. Turn 3 Crusher with Dragon's Breath, much better than turn 4 Crusher with Dragon's Breath. Much better. I don't even need the Modern Age. I don't even need it. Just turn 3. Obviously, Affinity, reasonably good against Annihilator, but this early... This early and against new Affinity without ATOG, they can't do nearly as much. Maybe they're playing something weird like Chainer's Edict, maybe Cast Down main, but usually it's just Galvanic Blast and then value stuff like Thoughtcast Blood Fountain. They might be playing they're still playing the OTK version. Disciple of the Vault, obviously annoying when you're playing Annihilator. But it's not too bad. It's definitely not too bad. Not nearly as bad as just dying out of nowhere. Like if one of these was an ATOG, I just, basically die. Okay, opponent's keeping Mirror Enforcer back, planning on Galvanic Blasting and then blocking with Mirror Enforcer. I'm perfectly fine with that because of the Late to Dinner in hand, as well as another Exhume. Obviously, Exhume not nearly as good right now because they're going to get a creature back if I use it. But still, 8/8 Annihilator with haste, slightly better than a 4/4. Okay, I'm going to take a damage from the Disciple. Opponent is going to block Galvanic Blast. Okay. Perfectly fine. What am I going to do here? What am I going to do? Probably just Late to Dinner. Yeah. I don't really need the haste. I don't think. Just using my mana efficiently is fine. Making it so that they cannot attack me. And there's a chance that that deck plays like Metallic Rebuke or something. It's not out of the question. I haven't, been paying too much attention to Affinity lists these days, but I don't think that they have anything that really punishes this. Okay. Opponent plays a land. And a Gear Seeker Serpent. Sure. Looks like opponent's trying to beat us down, but that's not going to work. I've got a food token and I've got the clock. See you in sideboards. Gonna take this out, bring this in, go to game number 2. This is an interesting hand. I think I'll probably keep it. It's not the greatest, but I've got some cantrips. I've got lands. I think it's fine. Maybe not that land, please. I don't need too many lands. Feels like every time you keep a 4-lander, you draw the 5th one. When you really don't need it. You really, really don't need it. Okay. Play the Modern Age. Yeah, I'll just discard this Thriving Isle. I think it's fine to keep this Dragon's Breath in hand. I definitely don't need this many lands. Thoughtcast Frogmite, okay. Another Frogmite. Alright, yeah, I guess I'll discard Dragon's Breath here. Just so many lands. It's not good. What am I gonna do? I guess I'll Otherworldly Gaze, see what's on top. Yeah. I guess I'll do this. Man, I have so many lands. This. Keep Exhume. Play an island, pass the turn. Hopefully I can Otherworldly Gaze, and then two of the cards that are not Exhume. Of one of them, I hope will be Crusher. But opponent is obviously off to a faster start than they were last game, and I am off to a slower start. And I'm on the draw, which does not bode well. Makeshift munitions, okay. Otherworldly Gaze. Is the opponent going to counter that? Wow. Opponent counters that. Sure. Oh, shoot. Didn't mean to do that. I guess that we're forced to play it slow now. I did not mean to do that. Shoot. I'm gonna careful study anyway. Okay. At least we didn't get punished. I would have felt bad. I would have felt real bad. I'm gonna discard Island and I think Ash Barrens here. Play an Island. Cast the Modern Age. Discard Dragon's Breath. Pass the turn. We have not hit Crusher. We have not hit Crusher. Maybe this will help soak up something. Maybe a Galvanic Blast. If I'm lucky, it'll be able to keep these from attacking me. Nope. I don't know. I guess I'll block one of them. I suppose. Will I? Yeah. There's nothing better for it to do really. Even if it comes back with Exhume, it's not that big of a deal. And I might not have an Exhume for a turn or two anyway. I'm going to cycle Ash Barrens, get myself a Plains. I've already got Otherworldly Gaze in the graveyard in case I draw a Brainstorm. Okay. Discard Crusher. Play out a Swamp. Exhume. Okay. Well, that is something. They might have a cast down, but I'm getting started at least. There is the cast down, sure. Play the Modern Age. Just discard Thriving Isle here. Yeah, maybe I should have. Yeah, I think probably I'll bring back in Spell Pierces here. Because I don't. You never know how many cast downs they have, but cast down and Red Blast. I think that a Spell Piercer too would be good. I haven't seen any graveyard hate either. It's part of the reason why you bring in a Null, is in case they have Relic of Progenitus or something like that. Wow. All the free creatures. Every single one of the free creatures. I mean, it's a lot more fair than me having to count every single one of their artifacts and being like, well, they can do 18 damage out of nowhere if they feel like it for 4 mana. Okay. I'm going to make it 2/3. I'm going to loot. Discard Crusher. That sucks. I think I probably lose here. Probably just lose here. I can block that. I take 8 damage. I die. I can block that. Yeah, there's no win in here. I'm gonna see you in game number 3. I'm going to take out the Annuls, bring in 3 Benevolent Bodyguards, and go to game number 3. Nope. That's a mulligan. This is not super great, but I'll keep it. Toss back one of these Exhumes. Play Thriving Isle on... That's close, but I think I'll play it on white. Just want to be able to cast this. The Modern Age, okay. Please don't brainstorm lock me. Okay. That's fine. Exhume. Exhume's pretty good, actually. Toss Late to Dinner. Late to Dinner, Careful Study back, I think. No, probably Late to Dinner, Modern Age back. Thriving Isle on black. Pass the turn. Plan on Otherworldly Gazing on my upkeep. Blood Fountain, okay. Opponent having Frog Knight turn 2 all the time. Every time. Yeah, don't need any of these. Okay. Careful Study. I'm really thinking about discarding this Exhume. One of these Exhumes. I think I will. If they have an actual factual counterspell, you know, so be it. I don't think that they do. I'm gonna discard this Otherworldly Gaze and then cast Careful Study. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Come on. It's not great. Really just digging for it. Not getting it. That sucks. That sucks a lot. Maybe I should have just held on to that Otherworldly Gaze and cast that instead. Yeah, probably should have gone 3 deep with that instead of 2 deep. Yeah. Not even going to get a turn 4 reanimation here. Really, really bad. Gaze. Okay. Graveyard, graveyard, and I'll top the island. You know, hopefully this Gaze hits Dragon's Breath Crusher, or else I probably just lose. And I'm not in a good spot anyway. Galvanic Blast me. Okay. Galvanic Blast me. Do I just die here? If that's triple Galvanic Blast, I just die. Okay. Opponent swings for 6. Cycles. Makeshift munitions. Okay, so I'm nearly dead. Graveyard, graveyard, graveyard. Draw a card, preordain. Bottom, bottom. Yep, I really need a second good reanimation target in this deck. See you in game number 5. Here we are in the final match of the league. Let's see if we can finish this out with a 2-3. That hand, not looking good. Gonna mulligan it. This one has a bunch of careful steadies and a cantrip. Mana's fine. I'll go ahead and keep this. Tossing back 1 careful steady. Man, I wish that this deck was good. I wish it was good. Because it's so fun. It's so fun when it gets to do its thing. It's just so slow. It's so slow and so easily interacted with. Alright, Island, Ponder. Okay, that's pretty good. I will take the Modern Age. Opponent plays a forest and passes. Interesting. Play a Plains, the Modern Age. Obviously, all of these looting effects, not super great when you're on a mulligan, but it's what it is, and you can definitely come back. You can definitely come back. 1 card, hasted, 8/8 with Annihilator. You know, it doesn't matter if you're empty-handed, if that just carries you to victory. Okay, we're playing against Elves. Interesting matchup. They started pretty slow as well. Discard this Otherworldly Gaze here. I'm going to Careful Steady. Okay. Discard Otherworldly Gaze and Ash Barrens, I think. Probably going to Brainstorm, cycle Ash Barrens. Yeah, I'm really glad that they started off a little bit slow. I don't have a ton for this matchup. My lifelink cards are good, like absolutely necessary. is kind of what I mean. Like this type of a thing can just grow really huge, and they can dump a bunch of 1/1s. So you better be able to lifelink a lot. But as long as you can get it down a reasonably early Crusher, you'll be doing fine. Brainstorm. Exhume's pretty good. I'll throw back Otherworldly Gaze, Island, Cycle, get a Swamp. Now do I Otherworldly Gaze here? I think so. I think that if I have a Crusher, it's really good. And this gets me deeper towards a Crusher. Come on. Okay. Make a dude. Play a Swamp. Pass the turn. Plan on gazing. Yeah, if I had a Crusher there, it would have been lights out pretty much. But this deck is inconsistent. This deck's really inconsistent. SM Sworden, yeah. Come on, put your triggers on the stack. Yeah, there we go. Fyndhorn Elves. And this, of course, is the most consistent that it gets. The deck that plays 4 Otherworldly Gaze, 4 Ponder, 4 Brainstorm, 4 Ash Barrens, 4 the Brainstorm. You know, it doesn't really get more consistent of a Reanimator deck. It's just, we really need the second good reanimation target. Because obviously in this situation, if I brought back Annihilator 1, it wouldn't do a whole lot. Or if I brought back an 8/9 with Trample, wouldn't do a whole lot. You know, they're just gonna probably get really out of control really fast here. What the heck? What the heck? What? I've never had this happen before. Okay. It's doing the thing. I wonder if it's doing it for them too. Okay. Now we're back. And I think with an extra 10 minutes on both of our clocks. Neat. Never had that happen before. Opponent swings for 6. I'll take it. Otherworldly Gaze. Graveyard, graveyard, graveyard. Spell Pierce is good. That's good. Yeah. Exhume. I mean, it's not, like, particularly good. Actually, it sucks. It's almost useless. I take back what I said. I looked at their 2-mana and I was like, yeah, okay, they have non-creature spells. Then I looked at these, and I'm like, okay, no, actually, it's virtually useless. If it was, like, actual factual counterspell, it'd be good. But it does nothing. Annihilator 2. I'm just glad that the opponent did not have, I think it's Elvish Clan Caller, the one that makes 1/1 tokens. That kind of just beats Annihilator 2, because they make like 2 tokens every single turn at least. I guess I'll hold up Otherworldly Gaze, Spell Pierce. Probably play this next turn. It's not going to get any better. Mm-hmm. Do you want to pay the 2? Or let me counter your spell that's going to draw you 5 cards. Difficult decisions here only. Yeah. This is not great. Not a great situation. Puts 1, 2, 3, 4 cards into their hand. I feel like whenever I play Elves, that card gives me permanently 1 Elf. This is 3 mana, draw 1 mana dork every single time I cast it. Which is why you've never seen me play Elves. I don't like the deck very much. I own it, but it's just so weak. It needs so much. Like, if we just had this Crusher out on, you know, turn 4 even, this game would probably be over. And that would be really slow. Like, it's a pretty slow Crusher. A lot of decks can beat that, but Elves can't really. It's tough for them. Yeah, I don't think that I win this. Really, ever. Yeah, they make 8 mana. Play a bunch more Elves. Draw a million cards. I'm gonna go to game number 2. I'm going to bring in Vampiric Link and Lifelink, take out those Spell Pierces because they do nothing. Go to game number 2. Alright, we're going to be on the play. Yeah, I don't like this hand. It doesn't have much of anything. This has even less. Mulligan to 5. Well, this could be a turn 3 Crusher. Possibly. Theoretically. Hopefully. Luckily, they're mulliganing as well. I just don't like mulliganing really aggressively with this deck because a lot of the time you need 4 mana to reanimate because you play late to dinner. And then the more you mulligan and the more you loot, the less likely you are to have that many lands when you need it. Yeah, I'll toss back Otherworldly Gaze. I don't need card disadvantage right now. Black, pass the turn. Okay, Kyrion Ranger. I'm gonna go ahead and ponder. Will I? No, I think that I'll Ash Barrens here for an island. Then ponder. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Shuffle this. Will I? No. I need that island. Yeah. I just need that island. Pass turn. That's what it is. I really want to get turn 3 Dragon's Breath Crusher. But I don't think that I can shuffle looking for island into Dragon's Breath. That's just a little bit too risky. As much as they could run away with the game here, because I don't have haste on this Crusher, I think that, you know, this is perfectly fine for a mulligan to 5, and if we lose it, we lose it, you know. They have a very fast start. Go ahead and Careful Study. Discard both Crushers. Exhume. Bring one of them back. Pass the turn. It is what it is. Maybe next turn I can ponder into another Exhume. That's possible. We'll see. Hopefully, no Clan Caller. I just really need them not to have like a Clan Caller into, you know, their million draw spells. Because Crusher doesn't do much of anything against that. Okay. Well-wisher, that's fine. Another priest, less fine, but as long as they don't have a draw spell. If that has like, if that's like the blue draw spell, that's gonna be really bad. Looks like it might. That might be what it is. Lead the Stampede, not nearly as bad, but still not great. Well-Wisher, Finhorn Elves, Elvish Vanguard. Okay. Okay, no Clan Caller. We have a chance here. It's not a great chance, but they don't have too many good top decks. They are playing Elves. Okay, plays another Vanguard. Plays a Finhorn Elves. Come on, opponent. If you want to cast the Well-Wisher, cast the Well-Wisher. I wonder what the opponent's thinking about. Another Crusher. Don't need that. Definitely don't need that. Ponder? Okay, that's good. Exhume. Swing for 8, Annihilator 2. I wonder if opponent's going to block this. It's probably correct to do so. Just block with both Vanguards. Not going to. Okay. Yeah, I'm really glad that I drew that Exhume. I don't think that I would have a chance otherwise. But in this situation, as long as they didn't draw anything super good, I can... Yep, Forest is not the best draw in this situation. I've played a couple leagues of Elves, and this is a situation you end up in a lot. You just end up like, okay. If I just draw the one thing, I win. If they drew that blue spell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, just 4 mana, draw 9 cards, and they've got, infinite mana basically. And then they win the game. But you don't draw it. You never draw it. That card is at least 37 cards deep. At least. Every single time I play the deck, at least. That's how it works when I play it. And then every single time that you lead the Stampede, you put at least 2 of them on the bottom of your library. Okay. I can block that 6/6. This creature can still block. It must attack, but it can still block. Well, we're racing. And I'm not racing their life total. Their Well-Wishers are gonna take care of that. I'm racing their permanence. Bottom that, top that. Because at 2 turns, they don't get permanence. And then it doesn't matter what their life total's at. Okay. Opponent's going to take 16. Play the Modern Age. Discard Crusher. Play Swamp. Pass the turn. F6. Do you have it, opponent? Do you have it? I don't really know what opponent could have that would win this game, but I'm sure that some combination of like lead the Stampede into nonsense would do something at least. Yeah, I don't think that that's it. Opponent swings for 6. Actually, that might be it. Oh, shoot. If they sack to this and this, that's 6 damage. I need something here. That, it's not good. What can I do here? What can I do here? Discard the Modern Age. I need another Exhume or Vampiric. Yeah. That's not it. Brainstorm. Wow. Oh, this deck sucks! I love it so much, but it sucks! Okay, if they sack correctly, they win. It's so bad! I shouldn't be able to lose this game! Yep, and they see the line, of course. Of course. I needed Dragon's Breath earlier. I needed it a lot earlier. Alright, well, I'll let him play it out. I'll let him play it out. I'm sure they feel smart. I'm sure that they feel smart. Oh, so close. Where were my life-linking effects? Where were they? Come on. Seriously? Oh, come on, come on. Where are they? I brought in 2 life-linking effects. The first one was 41 cards deep. Oh, okay. Okay. So, final verdict. The deck's not good. The deck is definitely not good. The Modern Age is a very good Magic the Gathering card, and I'm happy to include it in this deck. But the deck as a whole is pretty garbage. It's not flexible, it's very easy to hate out, and no matter how many cantrips you put in it, sometimes it just bricks. It's very fun though, I like it a lot. We had a few good games there. A lot of the game 3s were pretty close, and I don't know, if we just get one more good reanimation creature, I think that the deck will probably have legs. Right now though, I think it's about as good as I'm going to get it. I don't want to play a ton of this deck anymore, because it basically just drains my play points. I'm gonna have to buy some more ticks for using this deck. I played one league off stream actually, or without recording it. Went 0-3, 0-2 every single match before the Modern Age came out. At least we had a couple of wins there. It's a fun deck. I just don't think that it has what it takes to win in Pauper. Now this deck on the other hand, I think that this deck is going to be really fun to play in the new Fairies meta, and that's probably going to be what I'm going to be playing in the next league, and I'll see you guys next time.